Well, well, well. It's time to get back on task. Refocus ourselves to that big, beautiful, belligerent, bootlicking bill up there on Capitol Hill. Yes. That's what you need to be thinking about. And before you come at me and tell me that calling your senators and your representatives does you no good because they're Republican, I want to bring to you a little bit of tea. Now, we seen over the weekend the shit show with the Republican Mr. Massey, Thomas Massey. He came out to say things that were not favorable in Daddy's way. And instead of taking that as a hint to reconcile and reformulate his base in a more positive way, what did Daddy do? He took to his Not So True Social to go on a massive rant about Mr. Massey. Yes, and I do mean massive rant. I'm not going to read it all to you, but he went on and on and on and on and on and on. And then after he went on his little rant, the very next thing that he twatted out into the twatosphere was great unity in the Republican Party. Perhaps unity like we have never seen before. Now let's get that great, big, beautiful bill done. Our country is doing great, MAGA. But then when you ran over to the streets of Twitter, you started seeing this being thrown into the water. Here's the fuck around. Scoop. Trump launches MAGA PAC in effort to oust Representative Massey from Congress. Now there's a whole lot of other things going on. I didn't grab screenshots to all of them, but basically what is happening is that Daddy Dumpy Pants and his MAGA PAC are throwing money in to just the MAGA base friends, trying to separate themselves from Republicans. They basically want to create a whole new party because they think it's going to work out for them in their favor, where you have Democrats, progressives, the Green Party, the Purple Party, the Blue Party. But the Red Party will be different parties, where you have your standard Republican pushed over here to the side to their own party, and then MAGA being a party all of its own. This will absolutely work out in our favor, and I hope that that is what Daddy and his friends do. Create your own little MAGA party and let go of the rhinos and the neocons and all these other fanciful things that y'all call them, so that the American people can see how true MAGAs are only a handful. A handful. You know, one of the reasons why people in charge of this country try to keep it a two-party system, and no matter how hard we try to make it more than a two-party system, whether it be independent or Green Party or Purple Party, you want to know why? And that's the only way they can maintain control. If we actually had equal parties of other parties, well, MAGA wouldn't have ever rose the ranks to control. People like Marjorie Taylor Greene would not exist. Daddy Dumpy Pants would not be president. So, continue to call and let all, even the Republicans, know you're not okay with Daddy's stunts, and that big-ass, beautiful, bootlicking, belligerent bill up there on Capitol Hill has to go. And by the way, all the Republicans have come out today to talk about that big, beautiful bill up there on Capitol Hill. They tried to convince you that we had to pass that shit right away because of a crisis at the border. And when that didn't quite play, they came out to say we had to pass that shit right the fuck away because, well, we're gonna need the money for this war, honey, but it's not really a war either. Today they're saying they need this money right away because sleeper cells are at play. It changes every day why we need this big, beautiful, belligerent bill up there on Capitol Hill to pass right away, because we need money for all of these dangers that are at play here in the U.S. of A, when the only clear and present danger to the United States of America is, and always will, be MAGA. That's how it will be laid out in a history book. So keep pressing on all of the small, tiny little fractures, whether they be the Epstein file fracture, the war with Iran fracture, inflation fracture, economy fracture, oil prices rising fracture, whatever the fucking fracture is, put your goddamn heel in it and do not let go. Proceed to fucking spin and twist, baby. Because let me tell you this, we are so fucking close to a complete and utter obliviation of fucking MAGA Nation.